Hello. Today, this live, I'm going to show you how to draw a face. Hello, Stephanie. If that's something you're interested, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I draw a face with Copic marker. But first, I want to, how do we start a face? Usually, I start with the side. So you can watch along or you can grab a pen and pencil to follow along. So I start with the side of the face first. So I basically draw two lines on the side. Then I will draw a middle line to separate it. In general, our face is like an almond shape. So it's more pointed in the bottom, like this, and more rounder on the top, like this. So that's how I understand draw a face. Of course, there's many shape of face, like a more square, more round. But in general, our face looks like this. And then I will separate this into a even horizontally. So we'll have a even vertically, even horizontal. So that gave us 4 parts to work with. And then I will separate. So like now we are start to find out where all the features are, like eyebrow, eyes. So now I'm showing you how do I draw the feature. So on the top part, I separate it into 3 portions. So I will separate 1, separate 2, so that way you have 1, 2, 3 portion. So this is the line where you draw eyebrow. So I'll write it here. Eyebrow. And then between this line to this line is where you draw eyes. You can, Stephanie Wu. Okay. I like your last name. My last name is Du, so we're similar. And then for the bottom part, I also separate into 3 portions. So I'll separate 1, 2, and 3. So over here is the nose. That's where you usually draw a nose. And then this is, so between here and here, I usually use this part to draw a mouth. It seems like a lot of lines and position, but the more you draw and practice, the more you will become, it's gonna become a second nature. So this is a basic proportion: eyebrow, eyes, nose, and mouth. You can grab a paper, even like a copy paper, you can draw with me. The best way for kids and children. And then, yeah, this is very easy to understand. That's why when I start learning how to draw, that's the way I learn. And then over here is where the roots of the hair come out. Okay, and then so let's start to start drawing. I usually draw the eyebrow in an arch shape, so like this, go up and down. Same as this. When I draw, I always draw at the same time. So I'll draw up and down, draw the eyebrow. But in order to show you more clearly, I will erase all this line so you can see the actual feature. Those are the line that help you position. And then I will draw eyes. So when I draw eyes, I think about leaves. It looks like a leaf to me, most eyes. So you will have 2 tips and then the round in the middle. So like this. Same as this, I draw at the same time 2 leaves. I hope that will make you easier to understand the shape of eyes. And I will draw the second layer of eyelid, and then I will draw the eyeballs in the middle. I'm drawing this face towards us, so she's like looking at us. So sometimes the eyeball will be a side if she's looking on the side, to the sides. And then I will mark the nose. I usually draw only like the bottom of the nose, because like I really put a lot of emphasis and effort to draw the eyes and mouth. So nose, eyebrow is really like the secondary thing. So now I'm going to draw the mouth. Mouth there's 3 parts. You want to mark a middle line first, and then the upper lip and the bottom lip. So I usually draw a face that's more a smile, the mouth that's like smiley face. So I will draw the corner of the mouth goes up. When the corner of the mouth goes up, it shows more like smile. And then I will connect these 3 dots together. Same as upper lip, there's like a round on the top, and then that's where the lip form like. Same as the bottom, I will draw like the mouth slightly open, and then I will connect the bottom lip like that. So I realized maybe the jaw is a bit too long, so now I'm going to fix the jaw by shortening it. Like this. So now where the ear goes usually between eye and nose. So over this portion is where you can draw the ears. So like simple way for you to think about ear is think about a question mark. To me, it looks like a question mark. Like that. Okay. So now we have eyebrow, eyes, nose, and lips. I'm gonna thicken the eyebrow a little bit more because we want have volume for the eyebrow. Eyebrow is really a shape formed by like lots of little hairs, short hairs. Hello, Elena McCormick. So that's the eyebrow. Now I'm going to draw the hair. So for the hair, I'm thinking draw just a regular long straight hair. So when I show you how to color it, it's easier for you to understand. So I'm going to draw the hair. Hair never goes down like that because hair has volume, has thickness. So you always want to go up a little and then you go down. You can draw the hair along the face like that. Oh, don't forget draw neck. So neck is where you draw the neck is in between of the jaw. So if that's where the jaw starts, so you took a middle line, and that's where the jaw. And the jaw connect, the neck connect with shoulder, and things like that. Even like sometimes the hair will cover shoulder, but it's still good to know where the shoulder is, as well as a collarbone. Adding collarbone will make your drawing, or will make this drawing more feminine. It's like a signature thing for female. So now I'm going back to draw hair. So I have this hair, and then for the top of the hair, it's never right on top of the head. It's always, remember, there's a thickness for your hair. So always go above the head a little bit. So that's where the hair will looks like. Same as the other side. I'm going to erase the parts that cover the hair covered part, so it doesn't look confusing. And same as this side too. I'm gonna draw up and down. Again, like the bottom of the hair can be more loose and smooth, and the top of the hair is tighter. I'm going to erase this part. Doesn't affect the actual face and hair. So this part the same. Tighter on the bottom, at the top, and loose and more flow in the bottom, like that. And then sometimes there will be some hair come from behind, like the back of the hair, which is natural. So sometimes if I will draw some hair that comes from back, like that. Now I really have to erase all this line. So that's how like face from step by step looks like. At least that's how I draw a face. And then now I'm just going to like edit the places that I don't like, and then just basically revise all my lines. Now I'm actually going back to drawing the face again, because like I said earlier in the live, I put a lot of emphasis and effort on eyes. So I'm actually going back to add more detail to the eyes. Okay, so let me erase a little bit. Like I said, eyes looks like a leaf. It's a leaf shape. And then you wanna put more darker on the top eyelid, because it creates a shadow with the eyeball. So like that. And then you'll add a second layer of eyelid. And then I like to add big long eyelashes. So that's what I like to add. So eyelashes is like goes this way. in the middle. If you draw a middle line from here, the eyelashes goes to the left on the left side of the line, goes to the right on the right side of the line. Same as the bottom of eyelashes, like that. And same as the other side, always draw them at the same time, so make sure they are as even as you can. Even though in real life, no one is 100% perfect, like same on the both side. If you look, like there will be your both eyes or your both hands, even there's difference, but they're too subtle to recognize. We just want to draw as even as possible. So again, I'm adding eyelashes. Once you add eyelashes, and the eyes more pop after that. So not much on the nose, and then I'm just gonna add a little darker on the side of the mouth and the bottom of the lips. Those are the shadow parts. Thank you, Virgo Bells, for so that's how I draw literally like every face. That's how I map out. Initially, it will take you a little bit to memorize all this proportion, but the more you draw it, it will become easier to remember. So now you see that we have a face, we have the hair ready. I'm going to erase the line. It will look much lighter because the reason is I'm going to color it, and I don't want my pencil line to pick up the graph, my marker pick up the dark graph. That's why I'm erasing it, because I don't need everybody see it. It's only I can see where the lines in the sketch, and that will be enough. So that's what we start. So I'm gonna pick a skin color. I use Copic marker. If you're not familiar, it's watercolor based alcohol based marker, and it feels like you draw with a brush, like you draw in with a watercolor. So I'm always start with the side of the face. Your nails is so awesome. Thank you. I just did yesterday. Some fun summer color. So I always start with the side and then slowly goes to the middle. So one thing about Copic marker is, or I think in any marker, the thing annoying is to have like the line in between. So that's why when I draw, I try to keep my brush, like I'm not lifting brush at all. I just try to color my face, this face, in one stroke, very slow, because I don't like the lines, the different stroke connecting together. So I just put my brush down and go as slow as possible in one stroke. That's why I erase all my pencil, because otherwise it will pick up the black graph. So that's something to keep in mind. So just slowly, because I'm drawing this face is quite big for demonstration purpose. usually the face is much smaller, so it really doesn't take that long. But because we're doing a demo, so the face is quite large. In order to avoid the line, that's how I do it. Then we'll color the rest part, neck. Let me know if you use any type of marker or use different supply like watercolor or something. So now we have our first layer colored. The thing about Copic is if you go back color again, it actually will get darker. So it's like you don't need to pick a different color brush. You can just use the same brush, but wait until it dry, then you go back. The area you color will get darker. So some area that's usually create shadow, I wanna show you. One biggest area that has the shadow is under the chain. So it's on the neck, under the chain. That's where a big part of the shadow. Same as the side of the face because the hair creates shadow on face. So that's, and the third part is it's under the eyebrow is where also creates shadow. And on the side of the nose, under the nose and under the lips. Those are some major parts. If you just add a shadow on those parts, your face will become more 3D, less flat. And then so we're gonna draw the hair last. So right now I'm gonna color the rest of the feature like eyebrow, eyes, and lips. So, and then later I'll come back to emphasize the shadow again. So let me draw, let's give her hazel color, like olive color eyes. I'm gonna color the other side too. Okay. And then I'm actually going to use this Sakura outliner to outline the eyes. Again, in the corner is a thicker line. Like that. So I'm going to add the eyelashes one by one. For demonstration purpose, I make the eyelashes even bigger. Like that. Same as the other side. And that's the second eyelid. So that's the other side of the eyes. that. So, of course, it doesn't look 100% same, but that's okay. And then for the eyebrow, the same, you draw a lot of small hair and goes up and to the point, like towards the end of the eye, you turn to the downward, like that. Same as this side. Go up, small, and then towards the end, go down. And then I will add, depends her hair color. I'm going to draw her in a, like, brunette hair. So I'm actually gonna do a brown eyebrow. So if she's blonde, you wanna use a lighter brown for the eyebrow. So it depends on the hair color. Like that. Then I'm just going to use the same Sakura outliner to show the nose. Don't put much effort on it, just the hint. And then for the face, for the lips, I'm gonna do a pink. I'll do a pink lip. So what I do is I start color the top and go down and go top again for the top lip. But remember, I kept the mouth open a little bit. And then I'll do the bottom. I don't cover all the way to the side. Like that. And then use the same brush. Go up, middle, go to the side. And then I will do a little like short line to show this is the corner of the mouth. And this is the bottom of the mouth. Like that. So, I just use this color. So now I'm gonna pick a slightly darker color to draw the bottom of the top lip, so that's where the shadow is. So really, art is art of shadow. So where you add shadow, where you add highlight, it's how to make the art pretty. So I'll just go back and blend in a little more. That, so it's more like real lips. Okay. Now we are going to outline. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna emphasize the shadow on her face and outline the face. Then we're pretty much done with the face. Let me pick the color. So I'm picking a darker skin tone color just to go back to emphasize all the shadow that I did earlier one more time. So around her face, and then both sides. Under the nose, under the eyebrow. It's like a makeup. If you're a makeup artist, or if you like art makeup, it's very similar. It's like contour the face. So under the lip, under the chin. So, and then depends on where the lights come from. I picture the light come from this way, so that's where the shadow falls into this side. If the light comes from this way, then you want to draw the shadow on this side. You can make you can like pretend a light and draw based on the light that you design. So I'm gonna draw a little shadow here. Okay. And then how to make her even more real is I use the jelly roll. It's like a white gel pen. I like to add a highlight on her eyeballs. It's like a reflection of the eyeball on this side and then on this side a little bit. Same as lips, I like to add a little highlight on the bottom of the lip. Shows like she's wearing a lipstick or lip gloss. So, and then last step for the face is I like to outline the face. So I'm going to outline the face. Where is my, here. So I'm using a micron pen also from Sakura. I'm a fan of Sakura brand. I'm gonna outline the face. Because I want to separate the face from the neck to bring the face forward. Bye. You can draw with me too, or if you just like to watch so you remember. I'm gonna download this live and post on my YouTube channel so people on YouTube can watch as well. So that's, I outline the face, outline the neck. Now left to do is to color the hair. So I'm going to pick a dark brunette hair to draw. So that's a brown hair I'm going to draw. So when I draw the hair, I also use a long steady stroke. I don't really lift my brush until I finish. Then I'm gonna draw the second, and draw the third, continue. You see, I left here the shadow, the roots of her hair, because later on I need a darker brown color to continue. So I just use the long stroke to finish her hair. And this is the back. The back of the hair needs to be darker. So think about hair as a group. This is the one group, top group, side group, and the bottom group. So the bottom group will be darker because it's behind. It's very fun to draw hair because you got to design the hairstyle. So one of my favorite. And then you will use darker, more strokes, more shadows on the root of the hair. And the lightest will be this part, like the top of the head part. Add layers, and then same on this side. Do the same. This is probably like the most standard hair, which is long, straight hair. There's so many other different hairstyles I'm going to show you later in a different live, like how to draw natural hair, how to draw curly hair, how to draw like a ponytail. There's a lot of more fun, lots of fun hairstyles to draw. And this, you just continue, draw this shiny, flowy hair that you see from commercial. My brush is a little dry. Like that. So can you see this back of the hair is darker? So I'm going to pick a darker, even darker brown than this one. Continue. Emphasize the shadow. So it's really, you want to create a big contrast. You want to create a contrast between the colors and shadow and the light. That's how your art will stand out. So adding more shadow on top, adding more shadow in the back of the hair. Even on the edge of the hair too. And continue draw some hair string. Like this. So now you see that it makes more sense. It has shadow, it has the light, and then it has some details. So now I'm gonna continue outline the face a little more. And then I'm gonna outline the hair. So one thing when you outline the hair is to remember you want to add some randomness into the hair because otherwise it looks like she's wearing a wig. So hair is very flexible. So sometimes there will be hair like come out here, like some random loose hair along the majority group of hair. There will be some randomness. So that's all I'm trying to explain. You just want to add some randomness into it so it doesn't look like she's wearing a wig. Like that. So of course you want to outline the actual group, but also add some random. Like that. Same as here. I'm going to outline this group. I also will add some randomness. Thank you, Sherry1306. Yeah, so drawing a face is not that hard. A lot of people say, I don't know how to draw a face, but if you follow the steps that I share with you today and then practice, it will become easier. And like I said, I will post on YouTube. You can find me there, Rongrong illustration. And then you can watch. I have other different tutorials there too. You can also find the YouTube link in my bio. You can find them there. So that's pretty much how I draw face. And I hope you learned something. Thank you, Melissa, sending likes. That's pretty much. If you want to add a little more fanciness to the hair, I use the white pencil. So add just a little bit line of showing the lights come from this way, right? So the top of the hair will have a highlight. So, but not so much because you don't want to show them. I don't want to show like she has gray hair or something. So just a slightly highlight on the top of the hair to show the lights. And I am pretty much finished the hair. I'm going to add a little more darkness to this side of the eyes. So that's how you draw hair, how you draw face. If you like it, let me know what else you want to learn. I'm always love to share. That. So I'm just right now I'm adding a few darker hairline, hair string to add a little bit diversity. And you can do too. Like that. So her hair looks more real, less like a wig. So that's pretty much how to draw hair. Hope you enjoy this quick tutorial. And if you like it, make sure follow. I will share more detail, more different drawing tutorial as well. I often go on here to draw. Thank you for sending likes. I appreciate your beautiful work. Thank you, Melissa. I will see you very soon, probably tonight. Actually, will be on here tonight to draw a full body fashion illustration. Glad you enjoyed the tips, and I will see you next time soon. Bye, everyone.